Okay, so we are continuing on with multiplication facts today. Yesterday we had a little break just to remind ourselves what we were learning about last week and how it doesn't matter how you draw out your arrays or your repeated addition facts. Two numbers can be swapped around and that basically shows that they're the same. So, for example, 3 times 4 is the exact same as 4 times 3. They both equals 12. 2 times 6 is the same as 6 times 2, and that also equals 12. Cool. I didn't even plan that. So that's what we talked about yesterday. Tomorrow we're going to jump into a little bit more of relating multiplication sentences, which means showing that they are the same. But today we're going back to focusing on looking a little bit more at basic multiplication facts that you need to know. So these are, if you remember, these are all of the times table that you need to know, and you only have to know for grade 3 the ones that are in the white box. So this part right here. Okay, you only need to go as high as 5 times 5, but honestly, if you go up higher than that to the 10, so if you go 1 times 10, 2 times 10, 3 times 10, 4 times 10, 5 times 10, it will be very useful for you in grade 4 to know it. And it's just pretty easy because all of you already know that a number times 1 is the number. You already know your 2s and your 3s and your 4s. You know how to skip count in 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you should be able to do all the way up to 10. But just so you know, you do not have to. So if you're a little bit shaky, I know that some of them, as we get higher up, like 4 times 8, they are a bit tricky. I still struggle with the 7 times table, but it's tough. It's a tough times table. So we are going to focus on just those ones. So you only have to go up to 5 times 5, but I would suggest you keep practicing all the way up to the 10s, just so you know them. But you only have to do 5 times 10. I wouldn't worry about like 7 times 10 unless you feel like it. And remember, you also need to know the 0 times tables, which is basically just a number times 0 equals 0. Super simple. So today we are going to do a quick review of the 2s and 3s. We're going to look a little bit at them more in depth. Last week we had a very fast chat about them, but we're going to look at them a bit more. Now the 2s and 3s are pretty easy again, but the 2s are definitely the most easy. The easiest? Easiest sounds better. That's better English. So the 2 times table, the best way to do it is just to use doubles facts. So 2 times 4 is the same as 4 plus 4, not 4 times 4. 2 times 4 is the same as 4 plus 4. There we go. You can actually say, instead of 2, you can say double 5. So you can say double. So double 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Double 7 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. You should be able to do this because all of you know your doubles facts from grade 1, and you can all count in 2s. Also, you learned that in grade 1, so you've had lots of practice of your 2s. And even if you just go up to 2 times 10, that is perfect. There is a YouTube video at the bottom for you to click on. You need to open up the PowerPoint PDF that I will be sending your parents if you would like to watch it. It is a 2 times table robot, and it's a song, so it can help you remember, get it stuck in your head. Sadly, it's not Uncle Jack, but the robot was actually better than Uncle Jack, so I chose the best one. Now, for 3s, there was another way of showing you guys how to do the 3s, but it confused me so much that I thought it would confuse you guys equally as much. So the best way to do it is basically just to skip count in 3s. And we learned how to skip count in 3s this year, at the start of the year, so all of you know how to do it. You also know that 3 times 0 is 0, because any number times 0 is 0. You know that 3 times 1 is the same thing as 1 times 3, and any number times 1 is the number, so it doesn't change. You also know that 3 times 2 equals 6, because it's just double 3. So really you just need to practice the 4 and the 5. So 3 times 4 and 3 times 5. If you feel brave enough, you can go all the way up to 3 times 10. But remember, we only have to go up to 3 times 5 so far. There are 2 videos here. There's another song for you to learn, and then I found a really cool times tables trick that blew my mind. I didn't even know it until I watched this video. So it's a really neat way to practice your times tables, especially your 3 times tables. It only works for 3s. But look at the video and see if you can figure it out. It actually blew my mind, and I sat there with my mouth open, and I was just like, what? Where has this been my whole life? How come I didn't learn this in school? So therefore, I am teaching, or I'm showing you the video so you can see it. It does take a lot of time to write it out. So if you needed to do a quick, like, mad minute with your times tables, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. But if you were just using it to do daily questions, like what we're going to be doing today, then definitely you can write it down and see if you can figure it out. You can even show it to mom and dad, see if they knew it. And yeah, share it with everyone, because I didn't know that this existed and I feel a little bit left out. So in your home learning journals today, I would like you to write the date, which is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. You can write the long date, which I just said, or you can write the short date. You need to write your LO, which is I can multiply by 2 and 3. And then you need to write the numbers 1 to 20, because today you have 20 questions. 12 was way too easy. I think somebody finished them in, I believe, maybe 24 seconds or something like that. So yeah, we're going to do 20 questions today. Remember what we have already learned about 0 and 1 times tables. That will help you. And here you go. So here are your 20 questions. You can pause the video. Again, you just need to write the answers down, but if you would like to write the full multiplication sentence, which would be, like, for example, number 1, you would write 2 times 1 equals, and then you write your answer. But if you don't want to, you can just write the answers down. That is perfectly fine. So you can just pause the video, answer that. You can time yourself if you want and tell me how fast it took you. But make sure that you check your work. There were a few silly mistakes, I think, because people did it a little bit too quickly. And they wrote, for example, they did the answer for number 14 where it was actually supposed to be number 10. So just double check your work. And when you're finished that, you can send me a picture of it on Class Dojo. So remember, just pause the video because I'm going to show you what's coming next. That's it. You are done math. So if you want to do some more, there are some games. Some of them I already introduced them to you on Sunday. There are new games for 2 and 3 times tables on the education website, or you can play Prodigy. I versed Play and Danny yesterday. Play beat me twice and then I ran away. I even wore a fox mask to hide from him, and he still found me. And then when he beat me the second time, I just left the game because I couldn't handle it. And then Danny and I battled 3 times, and he destroyed me twice. And then we actually tied. We tied the last battle. So I think that Danny felt a bit sad for me because I was losing so much. And I think he kind of let me win a little. Well, he let me at least get close enough so we could tie. So Danny and I have a rematch because we can't leave it like that. But thank you, Danny, for your kindness. I'm going to think that's what it is. Because, yeah, you were pretty much destroying me before that. So you can play Prodigy. You can play these games. I also found some cool math flowers. This is optional, but if you feel like doing some crafting at home today, you can go for it. There are 2 times table flowers and 3 times table flowers, and I will attach that file to Class Dojo for you if you want your mom and dad to print it off, or even if you want to make your own. You don't even need to print it out. You can just draw it out. Okay, and then I found some color by numbers, and I'll put those on Class Dojo as well for you. There's a 2 times table and a 3 times table that you can just color in when you get your answers. So for example, you would do 2 times 2, which we know is double 2, so the answer is 4, and then you would color that square in purple. So if you would like to do the extra work today, you can. Remember, if you're going to do it, take a picture of it. Otherwise, the only thing that I need from you today is this page, just the 20 questions in your home learning journal. And then that's it. You're done for the day. And let me know if you would like some slightly harder work, if you feel like you're up for a little bit of a challenge. And I will send you some slightly harder things, because I know some of you are saying that this is taking you way no time at all. I was going to say way too much time. No, you're literally finishing it in about 30 seconds. So we can actually, I've sent some mad minutes out to a couple people. There's 100 questions. So let me know. Just send me a message if you would like a little bit of some challenge work to do. And I will send you that. So have fun. Good luck. Remember, if you're doing the optional activities, please share them with me. And there's even some no printing games. And that's just challenging someone to say all the facts in the 2-3 times table, or how fast can you do it, or how fast can you say or write down all of the facts from 0 to 3. Okay, so have fun, get to work. Remember, this is your only page that you have to complete today, just 20 questions in math, and everything else is optional. And I will see you in Prodigy, where I am planning on winning all of the battles tomorrow. So have fun, and I'll see you in Prodigy.